Bird in the bush is a charming early blooming perennial that earns its name from its delicate spurred flowers that look like tiny birds perched along a fern-like foliage. They do their best work while the weather is cool and then disappear or go dormant once the summer heat hits. Because they go dormant in the summer, timing and location are everything. Plant your tubers in the autumn. They should be placed about 3 to 4 inches deep. They love dappled shade or partial shade. They are perfect for planting under deciduous trees. If you do plant them under a deciduous trees, they should not be maple trees because maple trees have their roots so close to the surface. And so I don't plant things under my maple trees. They get a lot of sun they need early in the spring before the trees leaf out, and then get shade when it gets hot. They require well-draining soil rich in organic matter, and they hate wet feet. If the soil stays soggy, the tubers will rot. These plants are relatively low maintenance, but they have specific needs during their short active season. Keep the soil consistently moist during the spring while they are growing and blooming, and once the foliage starts to yellow and die back, usually by June, you can reduce the watering. For a light mulch of leaf mold or compost in the fall is usually enough. They aren't heavy feeders. Post-bloom care. Do not cut the yellowing flowers. Even though they look messy, the plant is sending energy back into the tuber for next year's bloom. Like all bulbs, you need to let the foliage stay until it dies back on its own. Since Corydalis solida disappears in the summer, it can leave a bare patch in your garden bed, and I recommend interplanting between them with hostas and ferns. As the bird in the bush fades away, the larger leaves and the summer perennials will grow to cover this empty space. Since bird in the bush takes a summer nap by June, you can want companion plants that wake up just as at the time the Corydalis is heading to bed. This keeps your garden looking full and prevents you from accidentally digging up the dormant tubers. They are hardy in zones 4 to 8, 6 to 10 inches tall. The best bloom time is March to May, and they self-seed, or you can gently divide the tubers in autumn. They are generally pest-free, except for if you do get some slugs. You can just put salt on them early in the morning while the dew is still on the grass. Just go out and put some salt on the slugs and they'll go away. Hostas are the gold standard for shade, and if you want to cover them up in the summer when they're not blooming, hostas is a good plant. And Japanese painted ferns or Helleborus, Lenten rose. These plants bloom about the same time or start slightly earlier, but their leathery evergreen leaves stay present all year long. In my flower bed here, I don't plant specific plants around them because my flower beds are so crowded. There's generally something blooming at any time all year long. So in the summertime, you can't even see where they were, where the bird in the bush was in the spring. But if you want a carpet of color in April or May, plant these alongside. There's bleeding hearts. These have a similar shape to their flowers and are good companions, are wood anemones. These low-growing white flowers create a stunning woodland floor when mixed with the purples and pinks of bird in the bush. And there's one of my favorite Virginia bluebells. These soft blue flowers create a classic garden color when planted with the rosy mauve of the Corydalis. Be mindful of aggressive ground covers like English ivy and vinca minor. I think you have to be very, very careful about what plants you plant with vinca minor. Big, tall plants like hostas or ferns can get along with it just fine. And sometimes ground covers can compete together okay. But other plants like the bird in the bush, I would not be putting that in a strong ground cover. The other plants that are in your flower bed will cover it just fine. Bird in the bush is a true spring ephemeral, meaning its entire show happens in the blink of an eye during the cooler months. This peak bloom time is March to May, and they often bloom 4 to 6 weeks if the weather stays cool. The disappearing act by late May or early June is when the plants will yellow and go completely dormant and vanish underground. Because it is a spring bloomer, the exact date is dictated by your local weather. If you have a warm February, you might see them popping up as early as late February or early March. If you have a cold, long winter, like in Zone 5, they usually wait until April. And if they are especially hot in May, the blooming period will be cut short as the plant rushes into dormancy. When they do bloom, you'll see dense, upright clusters of tubular flowers. Depending on the variety, they can be purple, mauve, brick red, soft pink, or white. They usually bloom right alongside daffodils and crocus, making them a great way to add different texture to your standard bulb display. And since the plants are only 6 to 8 inches tall. Well, I hope you liked looking at my bird in the bush plants, which I like. And if you did, can you please subscribe to my channel? I would really, really appreciate it. It helps me out. And the more viewers I get, the more I'll be able to buy more garden plants to tell you all about. And I like to have as many different plants in my garden as possible. So thanks a lot, and goodbye, and please subscribe and like this video, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.